So, inherent worth and dignity. This was not a concept I was brought up on. I was brought up on the belief in work, hard work, as they say, um, to a fault. I was taught that you had to work hard your whole life and you always had to be focused on the future. You had to work hard in school so that you could get into a good college. Then you had to work hard at college so you could get a good entry job. You had to work hard at the entry job too in order to get a better paying, more prestigious job. And in doing so, in working hard, one could find their worth and their dignity. But that was the only option that it seemed was presented to me. Which is crazy, especially when you consider I grew up middle class. We didn't have to work hard. We would have been fine just doing nothing. We would have had our needs met. But I had the scarcity mentality so drilled into me. Like, if you do not work hard now, you will fall behind. You will not have enough. And then your life will not have meaning or value or dignity. How are you going to support your wife and kids if you don't study hard in 7th grade, Billy? It's really crazy. So one of the ways this impacted my young adulthood was codependency. I'm still working to shake off the last bits of it. This came into my relationships. Having the belief that I wasn't enough, that I wasn't working hard enough, led me to not consider myself valuable, not consider my own needs important, not even really know what my needs were. But I could recognize needs of other people, and I would be so gung-ho to help them meet their needs. I had several partnerships where my acts of service love language just came out and blossomed and then went way too much to the point where it was unhealthy for both of us. The codependency pattern was, if I give this person what they need and I help them and I affirm their dignity and their worth in having their needs met, then I will have value in their eyes. And then because they value me, they will help me meet my needs. Wouldn't recommend. It's much better to meet your own needs directly and acknowledge that you have that self-worth and dignity. So, yeah, that was an interesting thing. The codependency also showed up in my employment. I've been doing self-employment and contract gigs for quite a number of years now, and I would look at my client and I'd say to myself, I'm going to do everything. I'm going to go over the top. I'm going to kill myself for this job because then I'll have worth and value in their eyes. Then I'll have earned my worth and dignity. The same pattern came about with some of my community groups and my identity. When I came to the UU, when I came to paganism, when I came to the queer community, it was all, oh, these are other people that have value and that recognize themselves as doing good in the world. Again, there's the doing part. So I said, okay, if I identify with them and I do good things with them, then I'll have earned my worth and dignity. Every time I found a new group or a new identity or community, it would give me a little bump. I'd feel good for a while, and then I'd slip right back down into the feeling not good enough, feeling like I wasn't doing enough, and it would perpetuate itself in a vicious cycle. If I don't feel like I'm worthwhile, why would I take care of myself? I'm not worth anything. And a lot of people will talk to me about how they admire me and think I'm a good person. And like sometimes put me on a pedestal even. And like I've struggled for a really long time with not thinking I'm worth anything. So it's normal. It is so normal. If I deal with it and can take steps towards conquering it and moving forward from it, anyone can. We all have inherent worth and dignity. Anything that has taught us that we don't is wrong. And we can unlearn it and learn what's right. And once we each can find that in ourselves, that self-value, then all the other areas of our life will transform too. It's a really good feeling. I have to also say that a big help on this journey recently has been my partner, Megan. I don't feel like I have to do things for them in order to earn their love. They just love me as I am, and I feel the same way about them. Anyway, so it's really helpful to find those people along your journey who you look at them and you think, wow, they can love me. I'm not earning it, they just do. And maybe I can love myself that way and recognize the worth and dignity in me that they see in me. So we all need companions for the journey.